Hello everyone and welcome back to Gadget Rishi. In today's video we are going to demonstrate how to replace the lube oil filters on the HIMSEN generator engines or the auxiliary engines. So let's get started. So first things first, we will do the safeties. We will isolate the engine, switch off the pre-lube oil priming pump breaker. Then we close the starting air valve to prevent any accidental starting of the engine. Then we also drain the residual air pressure in the line. As you can see, the starting air low pressure alarm, pre-lube oil pressure alarm, all are active. Engine is blocked. These will be the filter chambers. So at this moment I'm going to replace all the filters, all three chambers. So before we do this job, we have to make sure the engine has been on standstill for some time. That is, the oil is cooled down sufficiently, and allow the sufficient draining time also, at least like half an hour after stopping the pre-lube oil pump. These are the changeover valves for the filters. Suppose you want to change one or two banks and leave the rest. So accordingly the valve position can be changed to drain and exchange filter, but at this moment I am changing all three filters, so we leave all three in like service position. So first I am opening the air vent valves. While making sure nothing is coming out of the vent line, I have prepared a bucket to collect all the oil from the drip tray. Now we are going for the drain valves for each of the filters. So these are the drain valves which we need to slowly loosen, making sure that there is no pressure or minimum pressure of oil, and also check that the oil is not too hot. Yeah, so we open slowly, so in a controlled way, to collect the oil in the drip tray provided, which is getting drained to a external bucket. As you can see, the pressure is not much because it's been like half an hour since we stopped the pre-lube oil pump, and the engine was on standstill for the last 24 hours, so oil is also cool. This is the arrangement we have for draining, to collect all the drainage from the drip tray or the save all tray going to the external bucket, and we do it in a controlled way so as not to make any oil spill. So we start with the top cover. So undo the bolts, and while doing so connect two bolts diagonally for jacking. Yeah, and gently jack it out. There is a small spring action which will push the cover outside. This is the middle chamber. So loosening all the bolts, and then taking out two bolts to connect to the diagonal jacking arrangement which is provided on the filter cover itself. So as you can see, as you slowly turn them in, the filter cover will be jacked out. There it goes. Then removing the filters, you have the two main filters connected with this joining element, and then you have this secondary filter, or the safety filter also they call it. So these main filters, they are disposable types. We cannot reuse them, so they are normally use and throw. Whereas the secondary filter, the inside filter, we can clean nicely and air blow it, and it can be reused. Now going for the lowermost chamber. exactly the same process, and it's out. So in this engine, we have two main filters. In between is the secondary or the safety filter, and important is between the two main filters, this is the joining element. So this is very important. Do not dispose it off, do not mistake it for a garbage, and it is very important to put it back to connect while connecting the two main filters in between. It acts like a sealing arrangement also. So all our filters are out, and these are the new filters which we have prepared. Before we install them, we need to clean the filter chamber covers nicely, thoroughly with clean rags. And also while doing so, we need to feel the old oil if it has any debris, any wear particles. So it is a good time to make sure that the oil is clean enough. So installation is the reverse of removing. So we put one filter, then we put this joining element. You can either put it to the main filter, or what I prefer doing is first connect it to the second filter, and then holding it, getting a grip on it, and slide it down. So it is nicely sitting between the two filters. So I've installed the primary filters for all three chambers with the joining element in between, and next is we gonna move into the secondary filters, the one which goes inside of this. So these are the secondary filters. So we'll install one by one, making sure the O-ring for sealing is in good condition. So try to locate the center recess, and once you located it, just gently tap it in. It should sit in its proper place. And give it a slight turn just to make sure it is not coming out. And this is for the third chamber. Yes, so all our filters are in place. Now we need to clean the filter covers, and making sure the O-ring is in good condition, and then we put 2 or 4 bolts and tighten them gently crosswise, making sure that the cover is fitting nicely and evenly into the recess where it's supposed to sit. I would not recommend using power tools here, because it can cause damage to the sealing O-ring, and also it can damage the thread if it is not sitting properly. So I would suggest using a normal hand spanner and doing it crosswise, gently, making sure it is evenly sitting all around the surface. So time to time check the gap between the filter cover and the frame where it is going in. Now finally we have this drain plug. Also it has 2 O-rings what we removed. So need to make sure the O-rings are in good shape, and then we connect the drain plugs back to all the 3 chambers. And tighten it with the respective Allen key socket. This I am showing just by hand, but later on you can tighten them using the spanner and the hammer, just to be sure it's tight. While we do the lube oil filters, it is also a good opportunity to clean the centrifugal filter also, because any dirt, any sludge accumulation in this filter can carry over to the lube oil line and eventually dirty the filters. So I follow this good practice of doing the centrifugal filter also while we do the main lube oil filters. So as you can see, there is a good decent amount of sludge buildup. So all parts are thoroughly cleaned. And with a new filter paper, we reinstall all the parts together. And the centrifugal filter is good to go. So we also clean the housing chamber of the centrifugal or the glacier filter. Make sure the o-ring, sealing o-ring is in good condition. Wipe off all the excess oil. Make sure the filter can spin nicely, smoothly. And we are putting back the clamp. Now we start the pre-lube oil pump, keeping the air vent valves of all the 3 covers open and to purge out all the air. So we start with the lowermost filter chamber, and once we have a steady flow established like this, we start from the lower going to the middle and the top. Finally we close the top. So nicely air vented. We can change over the pre-lube oil pump to automatic. We can open the air. Basically now we are de-isolating the engine, and engine is ready to go on local control. So now we have started the engine, making sure there are no leakages, and giving a check on the lube oil pressure, which is 5 bar. So that completes our maintenance video today. We hope you like the video, and do continue following Gadget Rishi on YouTube for more such overhauling maintenance videos.